Alright, so yes, Magomed got absolutely steamrolled by Alex Pereira. And yes, he did lose his belt this past weekend. But as it turns out, the biggest loser at UFC 320 wasn't him. It was his manager, Ali Abdelaziz. I've been meaning to make a video on this peanut-shaped doofus for a while now. From all the trash talk he spewed on Uncle's behalf to his performative post-fight coping, this guy keeps digging himself an ever deeper hole. And honestly, I cannot wait for him to tumble in. On the bright side, Alex reclaiming the championship revitalizes the UFC big time. I'm not exaggerating when I say he saved us from years of being indifferent about the light heavyweight division. This weekend was truly a tale of heroes, villains, justice, and revenge. And yes, in this video, I'll be covering all of that and more. But first, let's dive into the fight. Guys, I'll be completely honest. I genuinely thought Alex might lose this one. And even though my faith in him was shaky,
I think Alex, if he just takes a step back, clears his brain, comes in fresh, stop traveling all over the fucking world, I think he has a legitimate shot
still claim some credit for his victory. If you remember after the first fight, I made a video saying Alex let fame get to his head, which, in hindsight, was a poor title. It should have been something like Alex got caught up in the fame, much more accurate. And I still believe that's exactly what happened. But you know what? Clearly, he saw that video. He took my criticism seriously, kept a lower profile during training, and look what happened. He won. Okay, obviously I'm joking. But really, it was smart of Alex to stay way less active on social media leading up to this fight. And thank goodness, we didn't see him jetting off to South Korea just 3 weeks before stepping into the cage. Of course, he also stated he was injured and sick during the first fight, which, if true, only put him at more of a disadvantage. But honestly, flying all over the world before their first matchup didn't exactly help his cause. That said, a man can admit he's wrong, and I'll be the first to say I judged Alex too harshly. He walked into this fight with the eye of the tiger, marched Magomed down with no mercy, and executed exactly what I had hoped for in the first bout.
Is there still that sort of bad blood with you and Ankalaev as well?
When I was in PI, I trained there in the cage, and I saw Ankalaev. He came around me and he just said, "Hello." And I said, "Fuck, man. Why are you so nice, man? Are you nice or bad guy? Nice guy or bad guy? On the Twitter, you are a really bad guy for everyone and big Ank or whatever." So I just didn't understand that. And then I really understand that he's like sportsman, like normal sportsman, and somebody else writing these bullshits on the Twitter or
now,
whatever.
Before anyone cries about me enjoying Uncle losing, yes, I do. But it's not because I dislike the guy. He's actually a great fighter, and nearly all his matches are solid. But if you ask me who I'd rather see as champion, Alex, who's knocked out almost everyone he faces, or Big Ank, who wins half his UFC fights by decision, yeah, I'll root for Alex. Pereira as champ is infinitely better for the sport. It makes things more exciting, and sets up far better possibilities for super fights than if Magomed held the belt. Now that Alex is champion again, we can talk Alex versus Tom Aspinall, Alex versus Hamza, and he's even hinted at fighting John Jones at the White House. Cross division? Not even necessary.
5.
I'm just smiling.
What is your opinion on Ankalaev?
I don't have one.
You don't have any opinion at all?
No, not one.
No, because he's the champ. Okay. I get it.
Yeah. Let's go back to Alex.
Yeah.
Norovirus.
Are you just not a fan of his?
I can say confidently, am I a fan? Absolutely not.
As a human or a fighter?
Both.
Okay. So have you had bad interactions with him as a human?
He just talks shit, and I
Does
hate
he?
people that talk shit.
I'd happily watch him defend against any of the 205-pounders. The cherry on top of this chaotic Sunday is that Ali Abdelaziz now has to eat all the garbage he's spewed the past few months. This guy is a total loser, and honestly, MMA might be better off without him constantly meddling in fighters' business. It's been obvious for years that he manipulates social media to throw shade at fighters he dislikes or doesn't manage. Now, I'm all for fighters talking trash. Love it, actually. It's one of the sport's best aspects. But it's ruined when you need your weird manager typing tweets for you. If you won't say it yourself without consulting him, don't say it at all. And if managers coerce their fighters into posting messages just to hype a fight, that's far too much. Sure, Ali might justify it by claiming he's building fight hype and helping both sides earn more, but still, it's corny. Fighters are grown men. Language barriers don't excuse a grown man doing extra BS. Anyway, in the lead up to this weekend, Uncle fired off a string of smug tweets aimed at Alex and Khalil Roundtree, making it obvious how far ahead he thinks he is. He claimed he wrote them himself, but weeks later admitted on camera Ali drafted them with his permission. Fast forward to Sunday, Alex posted a message clearly directed at Ali. When a manager has never been an athlete and wants fame and money, but you're the one risking your life while he laughs outside? Not cool. Clearly, Alex didn't appreciate Ali posting on his behalf, and I'd argue that constant trash talk helped.
Face forward, guys. Grab your belts. It's Connor's belt.
Blue lips. Breathe, kid. Take a breath. Shut your mouth. Ali Abdelaziz, mad terrorist.
Ali.
Terrorist snitch.
Ali.
I know a lot about you as well, you mad rat. I know a lot about you as well. You keep your mouth shut, kid. Let me take my picture. How's Noah? How's Noah, huh? Yeah, shut your mouth. Never speak about me. Ever in your life. Watch yourself around me.
Fuel Alex's
You be out-
incredible performance. Ali then posted on his own Instagram, indirectly admitting he wrote Uncle's trash talk. Everything Uncle said? Approved by Ali. To be fair, apart from awkwardly defending his 1-3 pro MMA record, Ali did make some valid points, hinting Magomed might have been injured or had a rough training
His
camp.
manager is a fucking snitch, terrorist, rat. And that's it. I could go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail. He was pulled off of a flight going from Cairo, Egypt to New York City on September 11, 2001. He was caught with 5 passports in his possession. He turned informant and turned on the people that he was working with. He is I don't even know how that man is in
Sure,
this.
some called it an excuse, but we can't be certain. My gripe? The way he dodges admitting he talks trash on behalf of fighters. This guy is a weasel, benefiting from using fighters like ventriloquist dummies, but refusing to own up when it backfires. A decent MMA manager should respect fighter autonomy. Compare this to someone like Tiki Goen, also a little odd, yes, but he understands boundaries. He stays in the background, lets his fighters speak for themselves, and doesn't control their social media. Abdelaziz, meanwhile, has a natural instinct to make everything about himself or insert himself where he shouldn't. Take the face-off. Khabib didn't utter a word, cold as ice. Then suddenly Ali yaps from the sidelines, like he's going to intervene. Honestly, I'm kind of glad he did. The absurdity is entertaining. And here's the wild part. Ali was arrested in 2001.
Last thing on management, what do you make of Usman's manager not being able to get Beneil Dariush a backup title spot and not getting Bilal a backup title spot over you as well?
You know, James, you know what I was going to ask about that? Why wasn't that guy in attendance in London, James? Could you tell me why?
I think if you do a little bit of digging, I don't believe he's allowed to leave the U.S., so...
Really? Why is he not allowed to leave the U.S.?
I think he might have had a checkered past, so to speak, to put it lightly. You can Google's your friend. There's a few things online about some of the activity that he's been involved with. But you're right. That's why he wasn't in Abu Dhabi. It's why he was in London as well. So I think you know the same stuff I do.
Wow, that's interesting, James. Ali Abdelaziz is not allowed in the country. Hey, wow, man. Fans, do your research what type of person that guy is.
Jailed 16 months. Persuaded to become an NYPD/FBI informant to infiltrate Muslims of America. Became highly paid, then fired for suspected double agency. Even if he wasn't a national security risk, I'd still despise this insufferable character for his antics. He failed as a pro fighter, so now he hides behind real fighters, performative, narcissistic, desperate for attention. Alex wiping that smug grin off his face? Beautiful. That's the video for today. Let me know your thoughts on Alex reclaiming the title. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Lastly, on management, what do you make of Usman's manager not securing Beneil DeRush or Ball a backup title spot? Why wasn't he in London? Some digging suggests he's not allowed to leave the US, likely due to a checkered past. Fans, do your research. This guy is not to be trusted.